Hi designers, today I'm going to show you my workflow from Claude 3D to Unreal Engine. How do we transfer our designs from Claude 3D to a Metahuman you edited and then into Unreal Engine with animation? What's the process and what's the easiest way to do it without many issues involved? Let's get into it. Okay, so I just opened my Epic launcher. After you install it, you basically can go here to Unreal Engine. You will have to download the latest one. So I have the 5.6, 5.7, and whichever you downloaded, you will have to go to installed plugins, okay? Make sure you have the Fab, the Substance 3D for Unreal Engine is very important to transfer Claw 3D to Unreal maps. And also here in options, make sure you have this one, Metahuman Creator Core Data, and apply. If you don't have Claude 3D, like here, how I have it here installed, then you will have to go to Fab and look for it. You'll go on the search, Claude MD Live Sync, and you're gonna double click here and then install plugin. Slow to add plugins install. Now what you will do, you go back to Unreal Engine. You will be opening your Unreal. Have this window. So what I usually do, I select film and video, blank new page, create. Now it's going to open. Okay, so this is my interface. When you go here to main, to selection, this is where your Claude 3D to MD sync is going to show. But first we have to go to edit, plugins, and select them. So let's go to Claude MD. Okay, so it's going to tell you to restart now, but I also want to select all the MetaHuman ones. The animator, Cortex, creator, live sync. Okay, and then you're gonna do restart now. Now I have it here, so you know it's installed. I also want to choose the substance. This one is important too, by the way. So let's restart again. So now I am ready. This is the content drawer here. So this is where you will be adding all your folders. I'm starting in Claude 3D. This is the design I want to export. I'm going to export this as FBX because I will import it into Unreal later for the A pose that I will need. Deselect avatar animation and everything else. So I'm basically not exporting the animation I have in Claude. I will be taking one from Mixamo. Now let's go into Unreal. Into content, I'm going to import my FBX avatar just saved from Claude. Import. I'm going to take it out. You just basically drag it to a screen. Let's go to Metahuman, Metahuman character. Click right for Metahuman character. I'm going to name this Pink Puffer. Double click on it. And here I'm just going to go to the body part, choose a body. Ideally here, I'll just use a feminine body. Maybe the height is going to be 178, the head. For the hair, so I'm just going to use the hair, short hair, eyelashes. Okay, medium thin eyes. Here I can select the color of the hair and the skin color as well. If you go to materials, and I just remove the cloth too. And remove the actual underwear and tee. I have this mask that is a transparent mask that will remove the underwear and the tee. It's in the link description. You will get that mask that's called black, and you will upload it into Unreal in one of the folders, wherever you want to. Then you will go to body, underwear mask, and then you will select on the right side the mask. And that's applying face textures. I'm gonna let Metahuman do its thing, create full rig. And now it's auto rigging. This will take a little while, but it will be completed soon. Now go to Assemble, click Assemble, and my character, my metahuman character, will be created. It's been created. It's going to be transferred automatically to your project. To be able to use a MetaHuman creator onto Unreal Engine, you will need to have all these plugins checked. So what do we have so far? We have the MetaHuman and we have our FBX from Claude 3D. Now it's going to save, just let it save always. And now I'm going to bring my MetaHuman. Make sure when you bring it, allocation, rotation, and scale, it's all 0. So this way, your FBX and MetaHuman are aligned. 0, 0, 0. Let's go to Mixamo. Log in with your credentials. Let's use this one. And I'm going to use the whole frames and download. Back to Unreal. Create a new folder, Catwalk. I'm going to use this FBX. I'm going to put it into Unreal. One thing I want to mention is that Unreal Engine is really particular about folders and subfolders. You have a folder for MetaHumans, you can have a whole folder for animation. This way you have everything stored and you know where everything is. Okay, import. And you're going to choose the one that has the underscore anim and click right. Then go to retarget animation. Here in target, we will be choosing buffer body mesh. And that is our MetaHuman. Export animations in MetaHuman, Catwalk, export. Now let's see what we have. Now we will go to MetaHuman control rig. Just gonna have it a little bit more centered so it matches the ones that I have from FBX. I'm gonna go to global control. So you can basically just modify the location of the MetaHuman in comparison to the FBX. It would be great if you place it kind of in the same position as the FBX from Claw. Why am I doing this? I'm doing this to ease my process when I actually transfer from the A pose to the actual animation. And this will help me tremendously, as you will see later. Okay, and I'm going to go global control, and you're going to select all the FK ones, okay, and the body control. This will allow me to move the MetaHuman even closer to the FBX from Claw. Okay, so watch this. Look, I'm going to click and move it just like this. And I think the legs are pretty good. And also the shoulders. Maybe just put it a little bit towards the back. Okay, the shoulders are more down and forward. Now we're gonna have the hands. Let's keep them aligned here. And you can just also move them. Now, once I'm done, I'm going to click right on the body, bake animation. I'm just going to select about 30 seconds, 30 frames, just because I only need this for the transition. I'm going to save this as an A pose, like this. And now I'm going to go to my A pose just saved in my content. I name this A pose, double click, go from the beginning, and then from here, skeleton meshes, let's select the head, face, SKM, pink puffer, head, face. And go to Claw MD Live Sync. Okay, let's go to Claw. You need to have Claw and Unreal Engine both open when you do the sync. Live Sync Geometry Cache. Export. Now when we go to Claw, our Metahuman is exported. And now we'll need to fit it. We're just gonna select everything. You can do this with Claw or a Marvelous Designer. So let's just move everything, adjust the whole cloth. So you see, this is the transition I'm talking about. You need to go from a pose to the actual animation. And if you want to do this in one shot with any issues, you need to have it in the same position, the MetaHuman with the FBX we exported before. I'm going to go and get the full animation, not just the 30 frames. And I'm going to sync. In the meantime, in Claw 3D, I open a new project, just an empty Claw project to transfer the whole animation. I'm gonna save this as pose. And then I'm gonna open back my puffer project. And then I'm gonna open my catwalk pose.pos, pose, joint, and translation, full body. Okay. This is basically the animation, okay? Let's go to selection mode. Let's go back to perspective to see Claw 3D Live Sync. And here, how do we actually take everything with the animation and the cloth into Unreal? All right, let's see the selections. So avatar, garment, scene, all checked. Include garment, checked. Single object, check. Thin. No UV coordinates, and then everything else checked. Include avatar. We're going to uncheck that because we have the MetaHuman in Unreal already. Okay, update. Make sure you have no simulation in Claw when you do the transfer. Okay, so we have our cloth with our animation. I'm gonna select this in a Claw folder and let's import frames. And this is gonna take a while, like a few minutes or so. So you need to have patience. Okay, we're at 100%. And let's see, both the avatar, the metahuman, and the cloud at 000. And let's see, go to sequence, add track, pink puffer, geometric hash, and let's see how it looks. Okay, I think it looks pretty great. Now we are going to add the environment to our project. And after we do that, I have this derelict corridor. It's kind of this grungy feel for the outfit I have, this like really badass woman going into this dangerous area in a haunted house or something. I'm just looking at the assets that I have. If you just double click in the folders, you can go to all the materials that actually make this environment and the assets. The cables, the colors, the textures, the walls. It's pretty cool, right? It looks like a game basically. I love these graffiti walls that go perfectly with my puffer. I think I'm gonna use that too. You can make them smaller, bigger, you can export them, import them from Blender if you want, and you use Blender as well. There's so many things you can change if you want to. Yeah, like if you go on the left side, you can see all the folders with all this. So if I go to graffiti, I can literally select this graffiti artwork and just bring it forward and make it smaller or bigger if you use the scale so you can see it better. This is another graffiti that I have here. So you just drag it and you can use it, manipulate it to make it smaller and even change the color if you want to. And then these are some of the lights that you can move around if you want. You can use this to basically redirect them and also change the position and even the colors if you want to as well. I think this looks pretty cool here. Okay, so I have my metahuman here. And let's see, let me go back to let me get my pink puffer outfit with the animation. Replace. You're gonna have to put them at the same location. Just figure out, you basically copy and paste the location from the MetaHuman to the cloth. Okay. Okay, so it's until here, basically, until this frame. Okay, let's go to camera. Camera actor, I'm going to choose the 16:9 DSLR. I think this is what works best for film back. So basically I have two cameras, one that goes from the back. So if you click right on the Cine Camera Actor, you can duplicate this. I have 1 and 2 here. So I can start from the back when I am doing this animation. So now I can scroll and see how her steps look like from the back. Okay, here, focus settings, important. You can do manual. You can also get a drop and select exactly. Okay, if we go unlit to just actually see where the focus is. And now towards the back. Okay, so this is how it looks like. Ray lighting mode, you can do project default, the luminous scene at 1, final gather quality at 1. Okay, let's change these a little bit to 5 and 5. Okay, save and render this movie. Okay, here, configuration is very important. And that's it. And we let it render. And this is the final result now. I hope you enjoyed it.